Hawkins here, the queen of lean and green from StaceyHawkins.com, and welcome back to another quick and easy lean and green recipe. So tonight I am going to make for you a bruschetta baked chicken, and I love this recipe because it's so versatile. It only takes a few minutes to prepare it, and it's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to bake in the oven, but it's wonderful because you can make it for one or you can make it for 100. All right, you ready? Let's go over the ingredients and I'm going to show you how it's done. All right, so to get us started here, I have 2 chicken breasts. I'm only making this for 2 people this evening, so I've got 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I also have on hand the bruschetta, and we made this in an episode previous, and I will reference that on here for you so you can see how to make this. But quickly and easily, it is 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. It's got some of my balsamic mostaccato in it, as well as some of the garlic gusto seasoning and a little Viva Italiano in there as well. Something I keep in the fridge on hand at all times. I'm also going to use a little bit of the roasted garlic oil and a teeny tiny bit of Italian panko breadcrumbs. All right, so let me show you how to do this. The first thing we need to do is put a pocket into these chicken breasts. And to do that is very, very simple. So we basically just take the pointy end of the knife, and you want a nice sharp knife, put it into the fat end of the chicken, hand on top carefully just to kind of hold the flesh down, and then you're just going to seesaw it across, but you don't want to go all the way back. You want to keep about ½ an inch from the back, if you will, and that will allow us just to make this nice pocket. And if it's not big enough, you can take your knife in here and you can go ahead and just open that up. So I've already done that with this chicken breast, and then the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put them into my pan, and I'll do them one at a time, and this is just a nice baking dish here. Move this down a little so you can see it a little bit better. So I've got my baking dish. Next I'll take my bruschetta, or bruschetta as the Italians call it, and put it in here. But what I'm being very careful not to do is to touch the spoon to the raw chicken. That's a big no-no. So I'll just put about 1/4 cup in there, and then I will put the flap over that. And then I'll repeat the process with my second chicken breast. Real simple, real easy. 1 scoop, and then 2 scoops, and just a teeny tiny bit more. Spread that out, but again, no spoon to the chicken. I'll close that up there. Next, I will drizzle it with just 2 teaspoons of the roasted garlic oil, 1 teaspoon over each chicken breast. And this will just help to keep them nice and moist and yummy. And of course, that's 1 healthy fat for you. And then over top of that, we're going to sprinkle 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon each. So I have 2 tablespoons here of the chicken, listen to me, of the panko breadcrumbs. And what that's going to do is give it a little bit of crisp texture. I'm going to pour that on there and show this to you. Real simple, real easy, real delicious. There we go. What I'm going to do next is put this in a 350-degree oven, as I said, for about 15 to, I'll say 30 minutes, and that's all going to depend on how thick your chicken breast is. If it's a real fat one, it's going to take longer, and if it's not, it's going to be a little sooner. But what I want you to do is test it with a meat thermometer, and about 175, 180 degrees is done for chicken. Don't eat it before that. All right, it's going in the oven. While that's cooking, I want to take just a minute to tell you that you can make a bunch of these ahead of time and freeze them without baking them first, right? How great is that? Take the chicken, take your bruschetta, and then put them on a cookie sheet, sprinkle your oil and your breadcrumbs on top, and then individually they'll be frozen. So just throw them in the freezer, and then you can pull them off like this nice frozen chunk. Put it in a Ziploc baggie, and you can cook them one at a time. I know I have a lot of people out there who are saying, my gosh, I'm just one person. How can I cook just for one? So you can do that. The other thing is you can take it frozen and put it right into your crock pot, or do a couple of them in your crock pot. Put it on low for 4 to 6 hours, and voila, come home and dinner is done. All right, I'll be back with you in 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll check that chicken and see how it's going. Hey, how time flies when you're having fun, huh? I can tell by the smell that this chicken is done. So, you ready for this? Oh, yay! All right, look at this. I'm gonna tilt the camera here so you can see this. And can you hear that? A little bit of sizzle. You see how nicely brown they are on the top? That panko breadcrumb gave it that really nice crisp texture that I was talking about. I'm gonna put it on a plate here so that you can see a little bit better just how delicious this looks, right? Look at how yummy that bruschetta is, giving it a really yummy aroma, and it's gonna taste fantastic. And how long did it take us? Really not very long at all. So again, chicken, bruschetta, a little bit of roasted garlic oil, a little bit of the Italian-inspired panko breadcrumbs, everything you can find on the website at staceyhawkins.com, as well as this terrific lean and green recipe. Enjoy.